Is there ever a moment where in your private driving home or whatever, where you realise, oh, we're further behind than what I initially expected, especially coming from like Collingwood, for example? Is there a moment that vividly stands out to you where you go, something's not right here, or we are further behind, or
No, my recollection, particularly of the board and the executive staff, they were spot on. They had a really good self-awareness of where the entire club was, and they had some good plans to get out of it. So they prepped me, if that's the word, it was going to be an extremely different experience to Collingwood. Now, whether or not I listened to that intently enough or that soaked in, who knows? Maybe not enough. But no, I think the Melbourne Footy Club, the people there at the time, they were quite realistic.
did they have expectations year one of amounts of wins, or was there an internal goal or anything like that?
No, there wasn't. It was more around a transition of the list. Like there were some deep cuts. Again, I'm not going to remember the exact numbers, but I'm talking across a 2-year period. There would have been more than 50% of the list that was moved on or cut or not offered contracts, and that was part of we need to develop a different list, was the imprimatur of the board. And look, hindsight says, yeah, they're right. They got themselves to a stage where they had a number of early round draft picks and picked up some terrific human beings and some people that could play some serious footy and ended up winning a premiership. So they were onto it. I'm probably they were deep cuts early, which means that path is probably going to be a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. How far into it did you realise that they were in the middle or getting investigated for that whole tanking thing? Like, I'm assuming you didn't know before you took the job.
No,
because I know you wouldn't jump into that.
No, there were a couple of things going on probably halfway through the first year. Like the AFL's communication from head office was exemplary in just letting me know what was happening. Like I was never involved, obviously, with any of those interviews or discussions, but I knew it was going on. And I think that tested relationships within the club and tested relationships with people that had previously been there. And that was an interesting time. It was funny, not humorous, I suppose, but it was a strange experience knowing that there were people that were having regular conversations about that, but I wasn't. Like it wasn't like, what's the concept of leading through this when something's not quite right here.